Good morning everyone. It's a beautiful Sunday today and look, the chocolate sponge is ready for the Black Forest. Okay, now I'll show you how to layer the sponge and then I will show you how to whip the cream and then put cherries, black cherries, and I got some fresh cherries to decorate the cake and some chocolate shavings which I will show you later. And I got some sugar syrup for the layers and I'll show you how to slice the cake now. Okay. Look, the advantage of using the butter paper. See, the tin is almost clean, so it's less job for you to clean the tin, and you have to remove the paper. Oh look, the helpers are here, little helpers. See, that's how you remove the paper.
Helpers are here.
Look, and that's our sponge. You're going to cut 3 layers. So you have to do 2 layers and then that will give you 3 layers, okay?
It's so nice.
So I'm using my bread knife. That's 1 layer.
And then 2 layers. Then 3 layers, 4 layers, 6 layers. Hi today.
So this is the knife which I used to slice the layers. See, it's serrated bread knife. So this will give you an even layering and a smooth surface. So you have to use this kind of knife to slice the cake. And I'll show you. This is the cherry I use for the layers. You can also use fresh cherries if it is available, but this is a canned cherry, black cherry. And of course fresh cherries to decorate the cake.
And we got 2 helpers to help Daddy.
Oh, that's correct. And this is the cream. That's the thickened cream which you need to beat it in the machine. And I got some vanilla essence for the cream. Alright. So I'm going to pour the cream onto the cream bowl. Sorry, Naveen? Yeah, vanilla essence we'll put later. First we'll put the cream. Pour the cream.
Can I see? Wow! Can I see, Daddy? What is
Wait,
the
I'll show you.
cream?
Cream, yeah. That's the cream which we are going to use for the cake. Look.
Too much! It's like milk.
Yes, it's made out of milk.
It smells like milk.
Putting the vanilla essence
Whoa!
and sugar.
Now it smells like vanilla.
Yeah.
It smells like vanilla.
Castor sugar. You don't want to put too much sugar because you want to feel the bitterness of the chocolate for the Black Forest. So you can follow my recipe. Yes, Naveen?
Daddy?
Yes.
We will put the...
Now I'm going to show you what consistency you're going to get for the icing. So I'll show you. So this is my small cake machine. And that's a balloon whisk we are going to use. You can also use a handheld whisk, but then you'll have to do
We
the job.
can not do that. We can mix it like that.
Put the bowl on and then the whisk. Make sure that it's locked properly. And then start it.
Can you please move, Daddy, so I can see?
If you want to check the consistency, please stop the machine. Okay, don't put your hand in it. slowly thickening up. You can see the mark of the whisk. So the cream is almost there. So when I stop the machine, you must be able to see the cream, the right thickness. I will show you once I take the bowl out. You don't want to beat it too much to curdle.
How can I see? Let's see, Daddy. How can I?
Look, Naveen. See, they're soft peak. You don't want it to be too thick. You see it standing up when you do that. That's what we need.
How can I see? Put it on the cake.
That's right. So now we are going to use the cake.
Baking batter.
You guys, I need some room. I'm going to do the icing on your head.
Stop it, don't do it and you fall.
So that's the cake board. I'm going to do the icing. So you have to first put the first layer, okay, onto the board. Make sure that it's nicely placed in the center.
And cherries. Sugar.
I'm
Water.
using a pastry brush and giving it a bath.
Wow.
The reason for doing this is to keep the cake nice and moist. The sponge will drain the syrup and it will be nice and moist when you do the icing. You don't want to put too much.
And then we can spin
Just
it
enough.
around. That helping?
Yes. Now
That's water.
I'm going to use a palette knife. That's what you use to ice the cake. It's got a flat surface, it's got a handle, and you can move your wrist to spread the cream. Yeah?
Can I see? Ooh! Spread it around. Can I do it?
Now daddy's turn, okay? Because if you both push a different direction, I won't be able to make the cake. Okay, now you watch, okay? Right. See, nice even
Smooth.
layering.
Smooth water.
Now I'm going to put the cherries.
Can I put the cherries? I want to put the cherries.
Make sure that you put the cherry all the way through the edge, so that when you slice the cake, when you portion the cake, you want everything. So now we are finishing the top layer. So I put enough cream so that it hides all the sponge crumbs. Finishing the side of the cake. So that's how the cake looks once the icing is done. It's nice and even on the top, and put cream on the side so that you can stick the chocolates. So that's 3 layers of sponge and cream and cherries in between, so it gives you a nice good height. Alright, so now I'll show you how I made the chocolate for the chocolate flakes. This is dark chocolate. So I melted the dark chocolate in a double boiler. So you need to have a steam water underneath, and you have to place the basin with dark chocolate on the top and slowly keep mixing it until it melts. As soon as it melts, take it off the steam bath and pour it onto a tray. The tray needs to have flat wrap so that the chocolate doesn't stick to the tray, and refrigerate until the chocolate sets. Okay. So that you pour it nice and thick, don't make it too thin because that's when you get more flakes. Okay, and I'm using the flat side of the palette knife. This is not a sharp knife, it's just a flat knife, or you can even use ice cream scoops, and you have to basically scratch on the surface of the chocolate. You have to give a little bit of pressure. Don't do it in the same place, you have to keep moving the spot. And that's when you get big, nice flakes like this. It's like ribbon. If the chocolate is very firm, leave it at the room temperature for some time, and then you'll be able to make this flakes. If the chocolate is too firm, it will not give you thick flakes. Okay, so you need to have the chocolate at the right temperature. See, like that. You have to get shavings, and then take them without breaking it, start putting it on top of the cake, and that gives the appearance of dried leaves in the forest. On the forest bed, you can see all the fallen leaf from the tree, and once it's dried, this is how it looks. So it got named Black Forest, and I will keep going with this until I cover the entire top of the cake. And then I will show you how I will be decorating the side of the cake. Look folks, that's how it looks once you're done with all the chocolate flakes. Keeps it chocolate. And now I'll show you how to decorate the side of the cake. Again, I'm going to use chocolate. This time I did the chocolate melting the same way. I poured the chocolate onto a butter paper, and you need to work this on a flat surface, and you need to use your palette knife, flat knife, to evenly spread the chocolate. This one we need nice and thin, okay, not thick. Nice and evenly like a big rectangle. And once the chocolate is set, you have to leave this outside the refrigerator. Don't put it in the fridge because it will be very hot. So leave the chocolate outside just before it sets. You need to use a knife, small knife. Make sure that you are using a chopping board underneath, and you need to cut rectangles or whatever shape you want. You have to use the tip of the knife and put lines. So I basically used 2 lines straight, and then according to the width of the chocolate that you want, that's the disc, you can cut whichever shape you want. So you have to put the line before the chocolate sets, okay? So if it is firm, then it breaks. So you need to cut the chocolate before it sets, and then once it's set, then you can put them back in the fridge. See, it's tempered, so that's how it looks, nice and thin. So the advantage is that I can stick these onto the side of the cake. It's very easy. So I'm going to do this like this all the way around the cake. So look at this. I've done the chocolate all the way around the side of the cake, and it will easily stick onto the cream. So you have to make sure that you're putting enough cream so that the chocolate can stick. Look how neat it is looking. It's very easy. And that's the side of the cake, and that's the top of the cake. And now you can use a piping bag and a star nozzle. You'll get them in like different shapes and sizes. So I got the piping bag with cream, fresh cream, the same cream which we use for the icing. And now you can decorate the cake. folds. Ooh. Make sure that you give it a nice height. Okay. And now the real cherries. And you need to place the cherries like that. Look, all the cherries nice and fresh. It's still got the stem, so it gives it a nice and natural look and very tempting. Now I'm going to dust cocoa powder. That gives a nice finishing over the white icing, over the cherry, over the chocolate. Just gives a nice rustic look. You don't want to put too much, just a little bit of dusting. Black forest is ready.